Hello everybody, welcome here tonight. I would like to welcome you all that are here already, and in a minute people will join us. But in the meantime, I would like to welcome Alexandra from Portugal, Mariana is in Switzerland, and people will join us in a minute. Hello. Today, a subject that is very dear to my heart: have a holistic approach to manifesting. It's important that we talk about these things, because sometimes when people talk about manifesting, sometimes we don't feel quite happy by talking about these subjects. And the reason why is because we sometimes feel guilty about asking for stuff. And when we talk about manifesting, it doesn't really only mean manifesting money. We can ask for other things like wealth, like health, like relationships, and go on and on and on. So when we ask the universe or God, whatever you like to believe, feel like you deserving, because most of the problem sometimes is that we feel like we don't deserve to ask. This comes from sometimes our background in some religions, where we feel because we were being brought up feeling like God doesn't really want us to have money, or if we are religious, we should not really ask for stuff. And one thing that I always ask myself is, why are the church so rich, and why can we not be rich? Only the church can be rich. So if having money would be a sin, so the churches would be in big trouble. And that's what I very often ask myself. So why having a holistic approach to manifesting? Because sometimes we think about it and we're like, well, if you are a materialistic kind of person, or if you like matter, if you like material things, doesn't really go with if you are spiritual or if you are religious, because there is some things that have been written in the Bible, for instance, that say God, if you serve God, you don't serve money. So, and this is the religion believes that we've been thinking and for a long time. So I don't know if you can hear me well, because if you don't, please let us know in the comments, because our sound engineer, it seems like he's having some problems in here. In the meantime, I'd like to take this opportunity to say hello to Josie, Valdir, Fran is here, Elena and Claudia from Portugal, and people are joining us little by little. So the subject of manifesting. So one thing that I would like to bring us for our talk tonight is, if you are aware, and please let me know if you are aware of the trap 80-20, and what does it mean, the trap of 18-20. So basically, I was basically like this for many years. I always thought that we have to work 80%, or we have to have action of 80% and mindset 20, but it's the other way around. How does it work? So our mindset has to be wired to manifest, to having a positive approach, and to really believe that we can manifest stuff. And our mindset has to believe on that 80%. And the other 20% is action. But you might ask me, but Maria, how does it work? I always thought that we have to work hard. That's what I believe. I always manifest a lot of things in my life. And for people who know me, they know that everything I wanted, I end up manifesting. But with a lot of effort, because I always thought that in order for me to manifest something, I have to work very hard. And that is not so. And that's why I want today to bring this new idea to you all. doesn't really mean that you don't have to do anything. No, you have to do something. But your mindset you have to believe that you deserve, that you are entitled to the things that you want. Doesn't really mean that you're going to get everything you want. No, not always. Because sometimes we think we want things that they don't really serve us. And that's why there is a delay in that process. Everything being thought of. And that we live in a universe and there is an intelligence behind everything that we have to trust. And the universe or God or whatever you want to believe, or the field as we call it these days, where we can ask, and if we believe we deserve it, we will get it eventually. But what happens is that sometimes, because we've been hearing a lot of people about manifesting, we now hear a lot of things, there is a lot of books now since the advent of the book that was written about maybe 10, 20 years ago that was talking about this subject. There is a lot of people who are talking about manifesting. And the book was The Secret, and brought out this secret, which was not a secret because Napoleon Hill already talked about this stuff before. But for somehow the mainstream people start to read more about manifesting, and people sometimes talk to me and they tell me, Maria, we get very frustrated because we want something, we think about it, we wish, but things don't happen the way we want it to happen. Because the secret, and here is the secret, is that whatever you want to manifest, you have to believe that you already have it. I'll repeat it. Whatever you want to manifest in your life, and if that is aligned with your path, your life path, if that is for your own good, then you have to let it go. Don't always check for the outcome, like you even become anxious. So for instance, today you want that car that you always dreamed of. And when you wake up tomorrow morning, you check outside and you are expecting already for that car to show outside of your door. It doesn't really work like that. When you want something, you have to give time to the universe, to God laws, whatever you want to call it, for that thing to manifest. But for that, you cannot think, oh, I want that, but at the same time, you doubt it, because that's what we do all the time. Or I want to have a new house, but when you think about, I want a new house, but then I doubt it. Do I deserve it? I'm telling you a story because someone just behind this camera is laughing at me, and I know exactly why he's laughing. It's because I was thinking about a project that we're having right now, and it's to build a house. So when we were planning to do that project, we were planning a size of a house, but when I looked to the project, I thought the house was too big. And then someone asked me, why not? And when I look at it, I said, why do I need such a big house? But the reason why I said that is because really deep, I thought I didn't deserve that big house. So if I don't deserve it, if I feel like I don't deserve it, I'm not going to manifest it. So if you want something, first of all, you have to be clear in what you want. It's like I sometimes tell my clients, sometimes you say, oh, I want this, but after 5 minutes later, you say, oh, actually, I changed my mind, I want something else. It's almost like you're going out to have pizza, and then you order your pizza, and then you say, I want 4 cheese kind of pizza. And 10 minutes later, you call the waitress and say, oh, by the way, I changed my mind. Now I want a margarita. Right? But 10 minutes later, you say, oh, actually, I changed my mind again. I want a pepperoni. So at the end of the evening, you're not going to have a pizza because you keep changing your mind. So you always keep changing your order. It's the same thing when you ask to the universe. So today you want something, but tomorrow you change your mind. Actually, I'm confused. I don't think I want that. How can you ever going to get something that you're not sure of? First of all, you have to make up our mind. So first things first, what do you want to get in your life? What do you want to be manifested in your life? Be very, very clear. Once you know what you want, the second question you have to ask is, why do I want this? Why do I want what I want? What is the reason I want this? Because sometimes, especially if you are with a family, you might ask for something that is good for you, but is not good for others. It's not good for your environment or for your workplace, for instance. So you have always to check the environment. Is this what I want is good for everybody or just for myself? And then if you're not sure, you might ask other people, is this what I want good for everybody? For instance, you want to move from one country to other. You want to do something, you want to have a new experience. But you're not by yourself, you are married, or you have kids. Kids are maybe they are on their teens, or they have a lot of friends, but you want to move. So you ask the universe, I want to move to go to live in Italy or Portugal or United States, whatever you want to go. But you forgot the others. So you might get that, but by the time the opportunity comes to you to move, you're going to ask the other people that live with you, and they might not want to go. So that's why it's important, every time you want something, every time you want to manifest something, make sure that everybody who lives with you and people that are surrounding you is okay for them too. Oh, but Maria, it's not my problem. That is being selfish. So, first of all, ask for what you want. Make sure first that you know exactly what you want. Secondly, ask why you want what you want. See if the environment, if people surround you, people you live with are okay with that manifestation. And then once you know, you ask for it. But when you ask for it, and that comes the holistic, when you ask for something, make sure that you actually feel already like you have it. But you say, Maria, but how can I feel like I already have it if I don't have it yet? And that's what people asking me all the time. That's when it comes the power of suggestion, the power of visualization. So when I want something, first I visualize it. I visualize exactly how I want it. And then I go on feel like how feel like I already have it. How does it work? Okay, let's explain a little bit better. So imagine you want a specific car. Before you ask for that specific car, you really have to know all about the car, the color of the car, what the seats look like, everything else. And once you know exactly that you want that car, you imagine yourself, you visualize yourself driving that car, having the feeling of the steering wheel, having the feeling of the seats. Close your eyes and imagine you are driving that car. That is what means feeling like you already have it. So you imagine to have, now I'm just talking about material stuff, but okay, I go to the other stuff as well. So imagine that you want that house, that dream house. So imagine that you are already inside that house, maybe having dinner with your family, with your friends, and feel like what it feels to be there. So you have to use your imagination. Remember, we live in a planet where we have a linear time. But where these things come from, there is no necessary time. The time that we need is to adjust, is to let things work out. And there is a delay because we keep changing our minds. But imagine if we manifest everything we want, just thinking. So now I imagine I want a million pound bag. So, drops here £1 million bag. But I'm not really paying attention and I'm thinking about something bad, and that also manifests in front of me. I wouldn't be happy with that. So there is a time delay, and that's why things don't happen straight away. So, but what happens is that because things don't happen straight away, we give up the idea. Oh, maybe it's not for me. Maybe I don't deserve it. Maybe only other people deserve that stuff. That is a limit belief that we have. For people who know me here, and I know there is a few people here, they know they have manifested a lot of things, and not necessarily all about money or about material stuff. I have materialized relationships. I gone through different relationships whom I didn't really get on. That I'm not saying there's bad people. I'm just saying that I didn't get on with certain relationships. And I start to ask myself and those people what I could do better in the next relationship. So I start thinking about what would feel like to have this person in my life, what this person look like, what kind of people or what kind of person that person would be. And when I less expected, that person show up in my life. And people know I'm not inventing things. This is reality. And one day, I was thinking about all this stuff, and I realized that every time in my life, even my job, I was in school, and I was asked by my teacher what I would like to do when I finish my degree. And I said, I was very clear, and I said, I would like to work in Savile Row. And my friends start laughing. And I convinced one of my colleagues to put his name down to go and work in Savile Row. But when I said that, I said it because I believe in this stuff. I believe that whenever you want something, you have to ask for. But if I be honest, I didn't really truly believe that, but I said it anyway. For my surprise, 2 weeks later, my teacher came back to me and said, I got you a job in Savile Row, where I worked for many years. So you see, when you know exactly what you want and you put it out there, if is that what really meant to be for you, and if you're ready and if it's good for environment for everybody, that will happen. So I'm saying that because it's not just because people might think, oh, it's about material things. No, it's about everything in life. Because I always say in here that whatever we focus our energy on, it expands. And that's why in our life so many bad things happen, because we are listening to bad news all the time, we focus our energy in the negativity, and guess what? That expands. So today we were talking to a friend, and something happened, and he said, I'm now happy with this. And then second thing happened, and he said, oh, well, I'm still waiting for the third one because bad things come in 3. That's our limitation. This is our limit beliefs. It doesn't have to be like that. 1 is bad enough. 2 is enough. So stop that thought process. Focus on things that you really want, things that are going to help you to evolve, to become a better being, to have a better life. Is your birthright. There's nothing wrong in us having material stuff. Remember, I thought the house was too big for me. I didn't deserve it. Why don't I deserve it? Look around. There is so many rich people around. They're not necessarily happy because, you might have a lot of material stuff. Maybe you need to work on your relationships, on your health. So whatever you want to focus, so if you want to focus on your health, for instance, start visualizing your body healed. Visualize that. Believe that you'll be healed. And you will, if that is what you believe. But the problem is, we sometimes don't believe that happened to us. It can happen to other people, but not to us. And we have to stop that. Remember, the mindset is 80% of the work. We have to do our work every day. And then you might say, but Maria, how do I do that? Because a lot of things happen in my life and haven't been positive. So think about it. Why are they not, the things that happen are not positive? Maybe because you went down, you spiraled down instead of spiraling up. And if that has been the case, stop it. Pardon me. Stop it now and begin now. The other thing is very important is that once you know what you want, oh my God, my throat. Once you know what you want, visualize it, see it very clear, feel it like you already have it, and then let it go. Don't try to control the outcome. It's not going to happen like that. You have to let it go. So I'm going to see, I know people are writing in here, so let's see if there's anybody with any question. Valdi, are you saying that the power of the mind is stronger than what you really plan? What comes first is what the power of your mind dominates. Is that correct? Yes, Valdi. The power of our mind is very important. And that's why sometimes, the mind thinks. So whatever you put your focus on, it expands. So if you put it in wealth, if you put on health, if you put in good things, will materialize. If you put it on the other things, also materialize. But a lot of people may listen to me and say, but I don't want to be ill. I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to do this. And these things are happening. If you realize, if these things are happening, it's because you are in fear. Your motivation comes from fear. And that happens when, for instance, if you are in a job and you lose your job for whatever reason. On the second job, every time your boss calls you to the office, you are already scared that it's going to sack you. That's all you think about it. If that's all you think about it, it's very likely that one day it's going to happen again. So that is the power of whatever you focus on expands. I've been saying that for years now. But sometimes we don't pay attention to things that are very important. And I cannot express it more, how important it is. Okay, let's see. Alda is saying something. You excuse me because my throat is giving me trouble. She's writing in Portuguese and I'll translate it. If we need 5 million euros, percebemos que... Yes. Okay, so basically, Alda is asking if we need like 5 million euros or pounds, and she says if we visualize like already having that money, if that's going to happen, if our desire help us to manifest that. Yes, Alda, I can say that yes, and that is a big yes. You know why? Because I see that happen all the time. And it doesn't really happen. Sometimes it's not like someone just dropped 5 million euros in front of your house and it just happened that you pass by and you get the money. But maybe it's an opportunity. That's why we have to have our eyes open. Maybe it's a promotion on your job. Maybe is someone leave you some money. Maybe someone that that you lent money 8 years ago and you don't even remember anymore, and that person give you the money back. So it's not our business how it's going to manifest. It's our business to ask for, to be open, and this has to be okay for our environment. When I say environment, our colleagues at work, our families, that has to serve everybody, not just ourselves. That is very important. So yes, if you believe, it might not happen tomorrow, but pay attention, because we receive a lot of signals, but we don't pay attention in the signals. This happens a lot. I look to the signals every time, every day. Every day I pay attention, and it makes me laugh, because the universe always tell you what you should do. And that is the 20% of the action you need. So I'm not saying that you just have to think about, feel it, and wait in your house for that to come through the chimney. No, you have to do your part. But don't do like I did for many years, working hard, doing everything, going mad. 80% of my time I was spending in action and only 20% in mindset, when it should be the other way around. Because we see always, and you are here with me tonight, and we know of people that when we realize they're getting richer, they're getting things, and we say, how can this person, get so much stuff, and their lives are wonderful. What do they do different from us? Mindset. They spend 80% of their energy on the mindset. I know that you might not agree with me, but I don't really care, because I know this is true, because I believed it. And I didn't get more things that I wanted because I didn't do it for, I've started doing it lately more. Before I was doing it without knowing. And that's the other thing I want to bring on. Because we always do that. Because when we are in a circumstances in our lives, and we are not happy with whatever happened to us, we let it be like that to the point that we cannot tolerate it anymore. That is in relationships, for instance. You can be in a relationship, but when you cannot tolerate anymore that relationship, you do something about it. You don't have money for some reason, you always losing money, you always in debt, whatever. You do that until you tolerate. The day you say that is enough, I'm going to change my life, that changes. What changed? Your mindset. Not the circumstances. The circumstances will carry on the same. And that's why we are stuck. Oh, Maria, I really want to change my life. What is your mindset? Tell me what is your mindset. I know where you are. That is the truth. Even if you don't want to believe, it's fine. But it's the reality. So what do we need to do to help us to do this? Meditate. Take some time of the day to meditate in what you want for your life. And again, it's not about only material stuff. It's about your health. Maybe you need to lose weight. Maybe your body is aching, asking you for help, and you carry on. You don't pay attention. Your body is telling you something. When the body aches, it's asking for help. So listen to your body. Listen to your needs. Sometimes we listen to our other people's needs, but we don't listen to our own needs. What's going to happen? So meditate and listen to our inner voice. Be present. As I said here the other day, Be full present where you are. Be full present. Now I'm here talking to you. If I'm not present in what I'm saying, I will get confused. I'll get lost. So I have to be present. So meditate, visualize exactly what you want. Oh, but Maria, I have big dreams. You know, I really visualize these big things and I know I'm never going to get it. I hear this all the time. Why not? Who's stopping you? Yourself. Because you say you want something very big, but then you feel like you don't deserve it. Guess what? No, you're not going to get it. Align yourself. Now everybody's talking about alignment. What is alignment? Alignment alignment means your vision is aligned with your soul path. That's what, alignment means. Have a vision, have a clear vision, and that vision has to do with your soul path. What you came here to do. We are not here on a holiday, unfortunately. I would love to give you that news, but it's not the truth. We are here to achieve something. And please do not feel guilty by wanting things. It's our birthright to want stuff. And as long as we do it, and we don't rob anybody, as long as it's legal, by any means, get it. Ask for it. We live in a rich universe. In English, there is this word, there is like scarcity. What is scarcity means? A city that is scarce. They don't have enough. The universe is rich. Look around you. People being healthy, people being wealthy, people having the relationships. Oh, but Maria, they are not really happy. If you want to believe that, what can I say? But are you happy? Don't concentrate on other people. Concentrate in what you want. What do you believe? Do you believe that you deserve it? Or do you believe these things are just for others? If that is the case, think again. When you manifest, manifesting is not only money. It's everything. Relationships, wealth, health, contribution. It's important that we contribute to other people. We don't live here just by ourselves. We are in a community. And we have to be at the service. So by any means, contribute. And you can only contribute if you have something to give. If you don't have anything to give, you can't contribute. And when I say something, maybe time, maybe knowledge, maybe wealth, I don't know, but give of yourself. But you can only give if you have something. And let go of control or the outcome. Oh, if it doesn't happen this way, then I don't want it. Don't be a child. Be mature. Okay, Fernanda is saying something. Let's see what she says. You are speaking about the law of attraction. Here, always have a positive mindset and have a positive stuff happen to you. Also, you got an image that you have things that you want. Written by Bruno Machado. Hi, Bruno, you're so cute. Yes, Bruno, you are a young man and think of these things. Write them down. Really believe you can have them, and then the universe, and do your part on it, do the action that it requires on your side, but believe that is possible. This is not about people think, oh, this is dreaming people dream a lot about this stuff, but doesn't really happen. If you believe that, that's what's going to happen. If you believe that it's not going to happen, it won't. It's all about what you believe. Okay, see if there's anybody else there. Valdir, this example about the boss, typically when in your mind already dominated by the fear, and we do not expect called to be praised. Yes, Valdi. So you know this, and this happened to a lot of people. So if you are under an influence of a trauma, for instance, we have to work it out because it doesn't have to be reality. How many people sometimes I work with people, and sometimes they say, I want to talk to you, and people, what have I done wrong? I say, I never said you've done anything wrong. We are always protecting ourselves from something happen to us, bad happen to us. It doesn't have to be bad. Why? If the boss asking us to go to their office, why do you think the worst? If you expect the worst will happen. Maybe it won't happen that time, but it will happen some other time. So think of the positive. But then you can say, what about when bad things happen? Bad thing happens is for you to learn. Oh, this happened, so I learn how not to do it. Lesson. We live in 3D, in three-dimensional world, when a lot of bad things happen. But you, when you are acting, you act in a way that what you want is good. Have that in your mind. It's important, guys. It's very important. So have this holistic approach on manifesting. Because, there is no such a God that is there to punish you. You punish yourself enough by doing that to yourself. So think of a God, of a universe that is good, that is loving, and believe in that. The main reason why these things don't happen is because we don't believe it is possible. Because we don't believe we deserve it. Because we think these things are for other people, not for us. We have that birthright. Don't walk on other people's. Don't take what belongs to other people. Just have what is for you. And that is enough. It's like when people have a promotion at work and then and you get jealous. Instead of us getting jealous, which we do sometimes, we can't help it, but we can control that in our mindset. All right, what can I do to get the next promotion? Maybe go and ask that person, what have you done to get that promotion? So this is being proactive and not being blaming other person because, he's friends with the president, No, forget all that. Believe that you deserve it. This is not who kind of mentality. No, there is a lot of people out there that can tell you stories after stories. I could be here all night just telling stories about my life and about people I know. You have to do your part. And the main thing is mindset. Okay? So, unfortunately, time goes very quick. So, I would like to take this opportunity to say hello to everybody who's here tonight or the people who's still here. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that yet. Or put a thumbs up. People always forget to do that. And it's important that you do. So, Alda here. Regina is here, Val is here, Maria Gabriela is here, Daniela Reis is here, hello darling, Yolanda, Daisy is here, Josie is here, Claudia, Elena, Alan is Fran, hi Fran, my lovely Mariana, Alexandra. I can't see everybody's names, but for those who are here and for people who will come, I'll leave you my love. So Carla Figueiredo also is here. People from Facebook is here. So anyways, a lot of people. But hey guys, thanks for being here. It was lovely to talk about this subject. I will talk about more in months to come, and I'm trying to organize a live with Valdi. He's here. I'm calling him, and looking forward to that. And if there is specific subject that you want me to talk about, please send me a message. Oi, Carla. Thank you for being here, my love. So anyway, see you guys. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you very soon. Thanks.